RiRi left sobbing after what just happened to ASAP Rocky. Nobody, and I mean nobody, was prepared for the emotional storm that unfolded behind closed doors. What began as a normal, quiet day quickly spiraled into one of the most heartbreaking moments Rihanna has faced in years, and it all centered around ASAP Rocky. This wasn't just tears. This was raw, uncontrollable sobbing, the kind that comes when your heart is overwhelmed by fear, love, and uncertainty all at once.
Aww.
A day that started like any other. Rihanna woke up that morning calm. Peaceful, even. The house was quiet. The kids were asleep. The world felt normal. She scrolled through her phone, smiled faintly, and waited to hear from Rocky like she always did. But something felt off. Minutes passed. Then an hour. No message. No joke. No, I got you, babe. Her smile faded. Telephone receiver, the call that changed everything. Then it happened. Her phone rang. One call. One voice on the other end. And suddenly, everything stopped. As she listened, Rihanna's face went pale. Her hand began to shake. Her breathing became uneven. She asked one question over and over again. What do you mean? What do you mean this just happened to him? That's when the truth hit her. Broken heart, what happened to ASAP Rocky? Something serious, unexpected, and deeply personal had just disrupted Rocky's entire world. It wasn't just business. It wasn't just pressure. It wasn't just rumors. It was something that threatened his future, his freedom, his peace, and the life they were building together. Rocky, the man who always stood tall, the one who protected everyone around him, was suddenly the one carrying a heavy burden alone. And Rihanna felt it instantly. RiRi broke down. Completely. The moment she hung up the phone, Rihanna collapsed onto the couch. Her eyes filled with tears. Her chest tightened. Her lips trembled. Then came the sobs. Not quiet tears. Not gentle crying. This was full-on heartbreak. She buried her face in her hands, shaking as wave after wave of emotion poured out, a fear for Rocky, anger at the situation, frustration at not being able to protect him the way he always protected her. She whispered his name through tears. Why does it always have to be you? You don't deserve this. Blackheart love under pressure. What hurt Rihanna the most wasn't just what happened. It was knowing how strong Rocky had been pretending to be. He didn't want to scare her. He didn't want to stress her. So he carried it alone. And that broke her. Because to Rihanna, love means sharing pain, not hiding it. She cried not just for the situation, but for the man she loves, the father of her children, the partner who always puts everyone else first. Tornado, the internet starts buzzing. As hours passed, whispers began online. Fans noticed Rihanna went silent. No posts. No stories. No smiles. People started asking questions. Why does Rihanna look so emotional lately? What's going on with Rocky? Something's not right. The internet sensed it before it even knew it. Whiteheart, a moment of quiet strength. Later that night, Rihanna finally spoke to Rocky directly. No cameras. No headlines. Just them. She didn't lecture him. She didn't panic. She cried, and then she told him something that stopped him in his tracks. Whatever happens, you're not facing it alone. That's when Rocky broke down too. For the first time, he let the weight fall. For the first time, he admitted he was scared. And in that moment, their bond grew even stronger. Fans left emotional. When word finally reached fans, emotions exploded. People flooded social media with messages of support. Protect Rihanna and Rocky at all costs, broken heart. Seeing RiRi cry hurts my soul. They've been through too much already. One thing was clear. This wasn't drama. This was real pain. Rainbow, what happens next? The situation is still unfolding. But if there's one thing the world knows about Rihanna, it's this. She doesn't run when things get hard. She stands. She fights. She loves harder. And this time, she's standing. Right beside A$AP Rocky, no matter what comes next. Speech balloon final thought. Rihanna left sobbing not because she's weak, but because she loves deeply. And when love is real, when the stakes are high, when the person you love is hurting, tears are inevitable. Alright, here's a very long, highly emotional, viral-style fictional story, written exactly in the dramatic tone your audience loves. Purely fictional and for entertainment purposes only. RiRi left sobbing. After what just happened to A$AP Rocky. No one saw this coming. Not the fans. Not the industry. And definitely not Rihanna herself. What started as a normal, quiet morning quickly turned into one of the most heartbreaking moments of her life, a moment that left RiRi sobbing uncontrollably, unable to stand, barely able to breathe, after what just happened to A$AP Rocky. It all started so normal. Rihanna had woken up that morning feeling unusually calm. The house was quiet. The kids were still asleep. A$AP Rocky had already left early, telling her he had something important to take care of. She trusted him completely. They had been through so much together, public pressure, rumors, criticism, endless headlines. Through it all, they had stood side by side. Strong. United. Unbreakable. Or so she thought. As RiRi scrolled through her phone, sipping her tea, her smile suddenly faded. A notification popped up. Then another. Then another. Her phone began vibrating non-stop. Messages. Alerts. Missed calls. Her heart skipped. The news that changed everything. One headline froze her entire body. Breaking, A$AP Rocky involved in shocking situation, sources say it could change everything. Her hands started shaking. She clicked. And within seconds, her world collapsed. Reports were flooding in, conflicting, confusing, terrifying. Something had happened to Rocky behind the scenes. Something serious. Something no one expected. Rihanna tried calling him. No answer. She called again. Straight to voicemail. Her breathing became shallow. Her chest felt tight. Panic crept in fast. Please, pick up, she whispered, tears already forming. RiRi breaks down broken heart. Minutes. Felt like hours. Her phone finally rang, but it wasn't Rocky. It was someone from his team. The moment she heard the trembling voice on the other end, RiRi lost it. Her knees buckled. She dropped to the floor. Tears streamed down her face as the words hit her like a punch to the soul. Rocky was facing something that could change his future forever, his freedom, his career, his ability to protect and provide for his family. And worst of all, he hadn't told her. Why didn't you tell me? By the time Rihanna arrived, cameras were already flashing. Fans were screaming her name. Paparazzi were shouting questions she couldn't even process. She pushed past everyone, her face red, eyes swollen, mascara running. When she finally saw Rocky, she froze. He looked exhausted. Drained. Broken in a way she had never seen before. The tough, confident man she knew was standing there, silent, shoulders slumped, eyes heavy with fear. That's when it hit her. This was real. This wasn't a rumor. This wasn't clickbait. This was happening. Rihanna walked toward him, hands shaking, tears pouring freely. Why didn't you tell me? She cried. Rocky couldn't even look her in the eyes. The moment that shattered fans. He finally spoke, his voice barely above a whisper. I didn't want to worry you, or the kids. That was it. RiRi completely broke down. She collapsed into his arms, sobbing so hard her body shook. Witnesses said she couldn't even stand without support. Her cries echoed, raw, painful, uncontrollable. Fans watching from outside were crying too. Social media exploded. I've never seen Rihanna like this. She looks destroyed. This hurts to watch. A love tested like never before. For the first time since they became parents. Rihanna was afraid. Afraid of losing him. Afraid of raising their children alone. Afraid of a future she never imagined. She whispered through tears. We're supposed to face everything together. Rocky held her tighter, his own eyes filled with regret. I know, he said. I messed up. The internet erupts. Within minutes, the internet was on fire. Hashtags trended worldwide. Hashtag pray for Rocky.